Welcome to Easy Learning zed-Mathematics. The future is bright. In this video, I'm going to go through Mathematics paper 2 for 2024 internal cadence. So I'm going to go through all the questions from 1 to 8. So what I want you to do is watch this video up to the end, as I'm going to answer all the questions from 1 to question 8. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you find this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friend. Don't forget to also invite your friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So make sure you give us those gestures, which will encourage us to do more videos. So without wasting your time, let's go to section A.
Good news to all grade 9 students. Boost your maths and science skills with our online revision program. Our online revision programs contains interactive lessons, practice questions, quizzes, and personalized support, all for just 50 kwacha only. Sign up now and do well in your exams. Contact us on 0955 10 27 13. You can call us or WhatsApp using the same number.
We come to section A, which has got 20 marks, and the instructions as follows. There are 2 questions in this section. Answer both. Each question carries 10 marks. Okay, these are the instructions for the questions for this section A. Okay, so that's what we need to follow. So without wasting your time, let's go and answer the questions.
Question 1A was as follows. Write 0.7246 in standard form, correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, so how do we solve this one? So what we need to do first is we write the number in question, which is 0.7246. Okay, so the first step we're going to do is first we round off this number to 3 significant figures. Okay, so you should by now understand that this 0 is not significant. When we use the rule of reading zeros are not significant, so 0 is not significant. Then the rest of the numbers are significant because they are non-zeros. So we need to round off this number to 3 significant figures. That means we need to get rid of 6. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to write 0.72. Then we ask ourselves this question: is 6 greater than 5, or equal to 5, or less than 5? 6 is greater than 5. 6 is bigger than 5. Therefore, we're going to add 1 to 4. So when we add 1 to 4, it will give us 5. So when we round off 0.7246 to a number which has 3 significant, we're going to get 0.725. Okay, now that is the number we get after rounding off that number to 3 significant. Now what do we do now? We write this number in standard form. So to write this number in standard form, this decimal point will move 1 step so that we come up with a whole number which is a non-zero number. So when it moves 1 point, we're going to have 7.25. now times 10. Now since the point has moved 1 place going to the right side, we're going to say we're going to write it as -1. We're going to raise 10 to the power of -1. Okay, so now this is the number. Now this is the number I've written in standard form, correct to 3 significant, like this. So our answer is 7.25 times 10 raised to the power of -1. Okay, if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. Otherwise, that's how you write that number into standard form correct to 3 significant figures.
Question 1b was as follows. Solve the equation 3x plus 6 is equal to x plus 2. 3x plus 6 is equal to x plus 2. So what do we do? What we need to do is first I'm going to rewrite the expression, which is 3x plus 6 is equal to x plus 2. So on this stage, what I need to do is I need to put like terms together. So that means I'm going to have 3x, then this x will cross the equal sign and become minus x, which will be equal to positive 2, that is 2, then 6 will cross the equal sign and become minus 6, then we evaluate this, so 3x minus x will give us 2x, then 2 minus 6, so we say equal to 2 minus 6 will give us negative 4. Okay, then we divide both sides by 2 so that we remain with the x on one side of the equal sign. So these 2 and these 2 will cancel each other out, leaving us with x. Then we say 2 into negative 4 will give us negative 2. Then this is the correct answer. So x is equal to negative 2. X is equal to negative 2. Question 1c is as follows. Given that x is equal to 1, 5 and y is equal to 1, negative 2, express 2x minus 4y as a single matrix. Okay, so what we need to do is first let's write this expression which is in the question, which is the expression is 2x minus 4y. Okay, we express it as a single matrix. So what do? We say equal to, then we write 2, which is this one here in the expression. Then we write the value of matrix x, which is 1, 5, cross bracket. Then we say minus. Then we write 4. This is 4. So we write 4 like that. Then we write the value of matrix y, which is 1, negative 2. Then we close bracket. Okay, now once we have done this, the next thing what we are going to do is we are going to evaluate that. So now when we come up with a matrix like this one, let's concentrate on this matrix. Okay, here what is being said, or what we are asked to do, is to multiply a matrix by a scalar. So we multiply 2 by the element of matrix x. That means we are going to come up with something like this. So I'm going to open bracket. Then I say 2 times 1 will give us 2. 2 times 5 will give us 10. Then we have evaluated 2 multiplied by matrix x. Then we say minus. Then we multiply negative 4 times 1 will give us then we multiply 4 by 1 will give us 4 by 1 will give us 4. 4 by negative 2 will give us negative 8. Then we find the difference of that. So to find the difference, remember we are told to come up with a single matrix. So to find the difference, that means we're going to say equal to, then we are going to come up with a bigger matrix. Then we say 2 minus 4. Okay, 2 minus 4. So we are going to have something like small bracket inside. Then we say 2 minus, okay, 2 minus 4, close bracket. Then again down here I've got open bracket 10 minus negative 8, close bracket. Then we close the entire matrix like that. Then we say equal to, then we evaluate 2 minus 4 will give us, so we open the matrix, 2 minus 4 will give us -2. Then negative times -8 will give us positive. So it's more or less like here down we're going to have 10 plus 8, because negative times negative will give us positive. So we have 10 plus 8 will give us 18. And that is the final matrix. Now we have expressed 2x minus 4y as a single matrix. So basically that's how you do this one. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. Otherwise, that's how you go about this question. Question 1D was as follows. In the following triangular prism, AB is equal to 3 centimeter, AC is equal to 4 centimeter, CG is equal to 6 centimeter, EG is equal to 5 centimeter, and angle BAC is equal to angle EDG, which is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so that information, when you look at the diagram, is translated in that diagram. We can see that diagram down there. So the actual question is, calculate the total surface area of the prism. Calculate the total surface of the area prism. So first of all, the task ahead of us is that we identify the surfaces that this triangular prism has. Okay, so we can say that total surface area is equal to total surface area of a triangle is equal to, so we have this area which is BCEG. So we can say BCEG, then we say plus, okay, then after this surface area, then we have got another surface area which is the one down here, which is this. Okay, and this surface area is called, we say plus ACDG. Okay, then we say plus, then another surface area we can concentrate on is, okay, the other surface area we can concentrate on is, so we check the other surface area. So we have this surface area here, which is ABDE. So we have ABDE, that is the other surface area of this triangle. So please take time and follow me as I identify the surface areas of this triangular prism. Okay, so now we have identified how many. We can see that there are 3 surface areas we have identified. The one down this side and this side, 3, so there should be 5. Then we come to this surface area again, this one, okay, which is ABC. So plus ABC. Okay, is there any other surface area that we have left out? No, that is, there are 5 surface areas. Okay, there are 5 surface areas. That's according to what I see here. So the other surface area now, the last one is this area, which is this area, this surface area, which is DEG. So plus DEG. Okay, so now once we've come up with this, we can say equal to, then we can write these now according to their numerical values. So we can find the surface area of these sides of given. So let's start with the first one, which is BCEG, which is BCEG. So this is the one I'm talking about. So what we do, we multiply this by this. So we open bracket, then we say 5 centimeter times 6 centimeter, close bracket, then plus, then we open bracket, then we identify this area, So we identify the area which is ACD. We identify ACDG. So that area is where? The area which is ACDG. So this is the area ACDG, which is, we say 4 centimeter times 6 centimeter, cross bracket. Once we've identified that part, then we can go ahead and remove this. Okay, I hope where 4 centimeter and 6 centimeter have gotten it, you are aware of the place, just the same, those numbers that are representing those. Then we say open bracket, then we come to this part which is ABD. So the area ABD is this one here. This is ABD. So what are the dimensions? So we know that if this is 6 centimeter, that means if CG is equal to 6 centimeter, that means AD is also 6 centimeter. So what we do is we're going to multiply this 3 centimeter times 6 centimeter, because we know that this is also 6 centimeter. So we also multiply 3 by 6 centimeter. So we say 3 centimeter times 6 centimeter. Okay, then close bracket, then plus. Okay, then we say plus. Okay, so next, what do we do now? Next, now we come to the next part. So this one, we can get rid of this so that they don't confuse you. Okay, I'm trying to be as slow as possible so that there is no misunderstanding. Okay, so we come now to this point now here. We come here on ABC. So the area which is in ABC, this one. Okay, so the ABC, we identified this surface to be ABC. So that means we multiply 4 centimeter by 3 centimeter. So because of lack of space there, I'm going to come down here and write 3 centimeter times 3 centimeter times 4 centimeter. Okay, then plus, then once we are done with this surface area, we move out from this surface area. We go to this surface area, which is here, which is DEG, which is this one. Okay, so if this is 4 centimeter, that means even here it's going to be 4 centimeter. So multiply 5 by 4 centimeter. Okay, we multiply. Sorry. What am I doing? Not that way. Sorry. Yeah, if this is 4 centimeter and this is 4 centimeter, then if this is 3 centimeter and this is also 3 centimeter, so we multiply 4 by 3, not using the height which is hypotenuse. No, you don't do that. You calculate this 4 centimeter by 3 centimeter. So open bracket, then we say 3 centimeter times 4 centimeter. Okay, so never should you get confused like I was almost, you use the number there which is there 5 centimeter. Never do that. Okay, so now once we have gotten the numerical values of these, what we can do now, we can start evaluating. So we say equals to, so we start here, 5 centimeter times 6 centimeter will give us 30 centimeter squared, then plus, then we come here, 4 centimeter times 6 centimeter will give us 24 centimeter squared, then plus, then 3 centimeter times 6 centimeter will give us 18 centimeter squared, then plus 3 centimeter times 4 centimeter will give us 12 centimeter squared. Then because of space, I'm going to say plus down here. Then 3 centimeter times 3 centimeter will give us 12 centimeter as well. Okay, now what we need to do is centimeter squared, sorry. What we need to do is now we just find the sum of all these. So we have got 30 plus 24 will give us 54. 54 plus 18, so it will give us 54 plus 18 will give us 72. 72 plus 12, 84. 84 plus 12 will give us 96. So the total surface area is 96 centimeter squared. This is the total surface area of this prism. Okay, if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section, but basically that's how you go about this question. Please remember to subscribe and follow us. Question 2a was as follows: a box contains 9 milk and 15 plain sweets of the same size. If one sweet is selected at random from the box, find the probability that it is a plain sweet. Okay, so here is how you go about this question. The first thing is you need to find the number of sweets that are in the box. Okay, so there are how many sweets are in the box? We are told there are 9 milk sweets, so it's a 9, and 15 plain sweets, so it's a 9 plus 15 will give us 24. So there are 24 sweets in the box. Okay, now once we have identified this, then the next thing we need to do is we need to go to the probability of plain sweets. So we can say probability of plain sweets is equal to, so the probability is what? So plain sweets, we have got plain sweets, they are 15, so they are 15. So we say probability of plain sweets is 15 over 24. This is the raw probability. So what we need to do is we need to find numbers that can go into 15 and 24, and then we pick the highest factor of these numbers. Okay, the highest common factor of these numbers. So which is the biggest number that can go into 15 and 24? Okay, we know 1 can go, 2 can go, 3 can go. Okay, 5 can't, and 5 is the biggest, 15 is the biggest highest factor of 15. So the biggest common factor of 15 and 24 is 3. So we divide both sides by 3. This is the biggest number. So 15 divided by 3 will give us 5. 24 divided by 3 will give us 8. Is there any number that can go into 5 and 8? No, there is no number. They don't have a common factor. 5 and 8 do not have a common factor. Therefore, this is the probability of picking a plain sweet. Okay, so if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. Otherwise, this is how you answer this question. Question B was as follows: a sales lady is paid a fixed salary of 3,000 kwacha per month and receives 2% commission on all the sales. If she sold goods worth 130,000 kwacha, calculate her total income in that month. Okay, so for us to find the total income of this sales lady, what we need to do is we need to come up with this expression. This expression is the one that is going to help us to find the exact total amount she made. So the expression is total income is equal to the fixed salary plus commission Okay, now once we have come up with this, now we can replace these terms by their numerical values. So how much is the fixed salary? We are told that is 3,000 kwacha. And how much is the commission? Commission, we are told is 2%, but we are not given commission as in kwacha. So what we need to do is we need to convert the percentage of the commission into the total amount earned as a commission. So to do that, we are going to say open bracket 2, that is the value of commission, that is 2%. So we can say 2 over 100 times then the commission is based on the sales made. So if the lady made the sales of 130,000 kwacha, so you can say times 130,000 kwacha cross bracket. Okay, then what do we do next? We focus first on terms that are in the brackets. We deal with those terms that are in the brackets. So we're going to say 3,000 kwacha, the fixed salary will remain just the way it is. Then we divide, we cancel the 0 down and the 0 on top, so that we remain with 1 down here and 1,300 this side. So we can say 1 into 2, so we can say we can say plus, open bracket, 1 into 2 will give us 2 times 1,300 kwacha. Okay, 1,300 kwacha. So 2 times 1,300 kwacha. Please don't get mixed up with this one here. Okay, so we write 3,000, which is the fixed salary, then plus, then 2 times 1,300 will give us 2,600 kwacha. Then we evaluate this, then we say 3,000 times 3,000 plus 2,600 will give us 5,600 kwacha. This was the total income of the sales lady. Okay, if you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. Otherwise, this is how you go about this question. Question 2C, question was as follows: use geometrical instruments to construct triangle ABC in which AB is equal to 9 cm, angle ABC is equal to 70 cm, and angle BAC is equal to 50 degrees. That is angle ABC, that is 70 degrees, not centimeter, and angle BAC is 50 degrees. Okay, so the question is, I want to construct a triangle that has got 9 centimeters. So with the limited space I have here, I'm going to reduce the size from 9 centimeter to 6 centimeters. So my triangle will be a bit small so that it can be accommodated on the screen. So, but for you are going to follow the exact, you draw the 9 centimeter just like the way it's supposed to be. But for the sake of not having enough space here, I'm going to use 6 centimeters. So I'm going to draw a line which is 6 centimeters. It should be exact, because any difference will cause the outcome to be different. So the measurements won't be like the ones that you find in an exam by following but I'll show you how to go about it. Okay, once I've done this, the next thing I'm going to do is to construct a 70-degree angle at B. So what I'm supposed to do is I'm going to name these endpoints. We have A and we have B. Okay, we have A and B. So I'm going to construct 70 degrees at B. So what I need to do is I'm going to bring my compass here, okay, and make sure I put it on the point here. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a arc. Okay, I'm going to draw a arc like this. Okay, now once I've drawn the arc like that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same measurements. I'm not going to make adjustment to the measurements, the same measurements, just like I did. I'll do like this. Then I'm going to draw the arc here. So basically what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make 90 degrees first. So once I've drawn the arc there, I'm going to carry this compass, put it again here, and then draw the arc again here, like that. Okay, now once I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to now draw the arc there.
So now using these points I've drawn, I'm going to draw the arc there. So this will be the point, then I'm going to draw the arc here. So my arc will be, remember I want to draw a 90 degrees, so my arc will start from here. Then I'm going to change the point, then I'll bring it here. I'm going to bring the compass here. Then after I bring the compass there, then I'm going to draw the arc again here that passes. Okay, now once I've done this, now what I need to do is I want to draw a 90-degree angle. So that means I'm going to draw a line. Okay, a line that passes on this point. So I'm going to draw a line that passes on the midpoint and join here. Okay, now once I've drawn that, that means now I've made a 90-degree angle. I've constructed a 90-degree angle. Now from this 90-degree angle, now I'm going to go and construct a 70-degree angle. Now we want to construct a 70 degree angle. So what we need to do is we're going to bring the compass here. Okay, then we'll take this measurement. So as you can see, this is the same measurement we have been using, and then we'll bring this compass at this point. Okay, then I'm going to use a different color for now, the color that you can easily see, because the drawings might even go beyond the letters, beyond the space. So I'm going to use the color that is contradicting with the black color, so that you can see the arcs I'm drawing. Okay, sorry for that. I tried to reduce the space, that's why you can see even the dimensions are not the exact like the ones that are in questions, but the steps are the same. Okay, so once we have drawn that arc, then the next thing we do is I'm going to get the compass, put it here. Okay, then adjust the length. Okay, like that. Now using that measurement, then I'm going to get this compass and put it here at this point, and then I'm going to draw the arc. Okay, that's the arc I'm going to draw. So that arc wasn't long enough. I'm going back. So I hope you remember that we got this measurement here, so we can get this measurement again. If my measurements were okay, I shouldn't worry about them not meeting properly. So as you can see, the line they have just made properly. So what we do now, we draw the line. Okay, so we draw the line that passes from point B, passes through this arc. Okay, the line will extend a bit. Okay, like that. Now that is 70 degrees. Now we have drawn 70 degrees. If you can bring the compass, the protractor, sorry, if you bring the protractor and you put it somewhere here, it should give you something like 70 degrees. Okay, as you can see, that is 70 degrees. You can see the red line is passing through 70 degrees. Okay, once we have drawn that, we can go to the second point, which is asking us to draw angle BAC, which is 50 degrees. Okay, so how do we draw a 50-degree angle? So we are going to get the compass. Okay, we are going to get the compass, then we are going to come up with the reasonable arc, and here I'm going to use a different color to mark that. Okay, so to construct 50 degrees, I'm going to draw 3 arcs like this here. So I'll put it here, then draw other arc here. Okay, like that. Now once we have drawn the arcs like that, now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to name these points we have drawn. So it doesn't matter the name you give them. I can give them x, y, z, x, y, z, just like that. The names are not. So now after we have marked this, we get the compass and put it at point A and get the measurements of A to Z like that. Okay, now once we have gotten the measurements like that, we make sure that the measurements are on point. So if they are not, the smallest difference can also impact the answer. So now once we've gotten that, we bring this compass, we put it on Z, because we took the measurements of A to Z. So now from that we can draw the arc using that measurement. So we can draw a arc like that. Let me make sure I extend it. Okay, then once we have done like that, then we can get again the compass, put it on Y and draw the arc. Okay, the arc like that. Okay, now once we have drawn that arc like that, then we can take the compass away and then draw a line. So we are going to draw a line from A to through this point where it is passing. So the line will be like this. Okay, and that is the line. Then we have drawn a triangle and we can name this point to be, this one to be C. This is point C. Okay, now once we have drawn like that, I know there are so many arcs that you can see. Now we have drawn the triangle in question, so we can go to question E, to the next question, which is question 2, which is measure and write the length of BC. Measure and write the length of BC. So we can get our ruler. So when we measure this distance from there up to here, approximately that is 6 centimeter. So we can write 6 centimeter here. However, half of this is the 2/3 of the actual. So here it should also be something like 9 centimeter in the actual question, because we got 6 centimeter and here when we measure, what we have measured is 6 centimeter. So we can write our 6 centimeter here as the measurement for that answer. So we can say we have measured and it is 6 centimeter. I'm just writing that answer on the question there again. Okay, now once we have done that, then the next thing we need to do is we need to go to question 3, which is saying, question 3 is saying bisect sides AB and BC and let the bisector meet at O. Okay, so now what we need to do is we bisect AB. So to bisect AB, we are going to get the compass and then put the compass here. Okay, now once we put the compass there, what we can do, we can get the distance of this line, but at least it's be bigger than the length. We get more than half of the length. We get more than half of the length. Then what we do is we construct a line. So next, what do? We draw the arc. We got the measurements which is longer than the half of this. So when you look at the measurements we got is more than half of this line AB. So we want to bisect line AB. So we have gotten a line. So we draw the arc there, as well as we draw the arc here. Okay, now once we have done that, what we can do now is change the position of the compass. We put the compass now on B and we draw the arc like that, and then we also draw a arc here like that. Okay, now once we have drawn an arc like that, what we can do now is we join those two arcs. So we take away this compass, we put it here. Now we join these two arcs with a line. So we draw a line that passes through the center of the arcs where these arcs are meeting like that. Then once we've done like that, we have bisected line AB successfully. That's why we have bisected line AB successfully. once we have done that, the next thing we are going to do is now we go ahead and bisect line BC. So to bisect line BC, we are going to get the compass like this. Okay, now we get the length that is longer than this, so we can get the length that is longer than the half of this line. Then what we do, we draw the arcs. So we are going to draw the arc here, and we also draw the arc this side. So I'm using different colors. Please, in case you are getting confused, you can ask in the comment section. Okay, so we are drawing the arc here, the arcs here. Then once we have drawn the arcs like that, we change the position of the compass. We bring the compass here on top like that. Then we draw the arcs as well. So this will pass here like that. Again, we go ahead and draw another line somewhere there like that. Okay, let me just, okay, like this, like that. We draw the arc like that. Then we take away the compass. Okay, now we draw the line that will join the arc, remember. So we are passing these two arcs, the lines will pass like this. Okay, now we have joined that. Then we are told to say, and let the bisectors meet at O. So we need to name this point where bisectors have met as O. So this is O. We call this point O. Then the question is, the next question, we go to the next question, which is with the center O and the radius AO. Okay, with the radius AO, draw a circle which passes through the vertices A, B, and C. So what we need to do is we're going to get the compass. We're going to get the compass, and then we'll get the compass and put it on A, on O. Okay, on O, and then this will pass here. Okay, now like that. Then what we need to do next is now to draw the circle. Okay, so to draw the circle, okay, so to draw the circle, we are, okay, like that. Now let's draw the circle. Now, if my work is well done, this is the kind of the circle I'll come up with. Now, if you come and look at it at the end, you may not see what was happening, but if you followed me step by step, you can see what was happening, because there are a lot of arcs there. This is the product of the compass, so there are a lot of arcs. So basically, that's how you answer that question, and we have answered it very well. As you can see, the circle at the end is passing through. We can tell that the drawings were done perfectly. How can we tell that? We can see that the end result, where we asked to draw a circle which passes through the vertices A, B, C, it is touching all the vertices. That means we did it correctly. However, I want to restate this point, which is I adjusted the sizes because the space was too small, and then where we've got the answer to be 6 centimeter here on question 2, the actual answer should be 9 centimeter. Okay, because I reduced the size, that means I need to add half of 6 to it, because I reduced 1/3 of the actual measurement. Okay, so since we got 6 centimeter, that means there it should also be 9 centimeter. Okay, because we reduced the size to 6 centimeter, so there it also should be 9 centimeter in the actual question if you draw it on the question paper. However, the list of the activities I did, that's how you go about them step by step, just like I did. Okay, if you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friend. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also leave your comments in the comment section so that we can know how we can help you more. Good news to all grade 9 students. Boost your maths and science skills with our online revision program. Our online revision programs contains interactive lessons, practice questions, quizzes, and personalized support, all for just 50 kwacha only. Sign up now and do well in your exams. Contact us on 0955 10 27 13. You can call us or WhatsApp using the same number.
Question 3 was as follows. Solve the simultaneous equation. Question 3a was as follows. Solve the simultaneous equation. So what we're going to do is I'm going to write the two simultaneous equations the way they are. We have got 5x plus 2y is equal to 3. Then we have got 5x minus 3y is equal to 8. Okay, so you make sure as you copy the two equations, you make sure that they are correctly copied. You don't make mistakes like changing the signs. Where there is a positive, you put a negative, or where there is addition, you put subtraction, then you are going to get the answer wrong. So you make sure you copy the questions exactly, okay, the way they are. Now, once we have done this, we need to get rid of the x because we have 5x and 5x down. So we get rid of these. How do we do it? By subtracting. So we are going to subtract here. So 5x minus 5x will give us 0. Then 2 minus negative 3. So it's more or less like we have got this expression, which is 2y minus, then open bracket, negative 3y, like that. What will be the answer? So what happens here is we have 2y, then negative times negative 3 will give us positive 3y. Okay, then which will be equal to 5y. So here our answer will be plus 5y, which will be equal to 3 minus 8. So it's more or less like we have got 3 minus 8. When you use the laws of integers, we're going to know that the answer will be a negative because 8 is bigger than 3. So the difference of 8 and 3 will be 5. Okay, then what do we do here? We can now just simply say ignore this expression this side. Okay, then what do? We divide both sides by 5 and this side by 5. Okay, so we say 5y divided by 5 will give us y, which will be equal to negative 5 divided by 5 will give us negative 1. So the value of y in those two simultaneous equations is negative 1. So what do we do now? Next we go ahead and find the value of x. So we can pick any of the two equations and use it. So we're going to pick the one which is on top, which is 5x plus 2y is equal to 3. Okay, so where there is y, we're going to put negative 1. So we have got 5x plus 2 open bracket negative 1 close bracket is equal to 3. Okay, then we evaluate what is in the bracket. So we're going to have 5x, then 2 multiplied by negative positive 2 times negative 1 will give us negative 2, which will be equal to 3. Okay, then we put like terms together. Then we have 5x is equal to 3, then 2 close the equal sign and become a positive, so plus 2 will give us 5x is equal to 5 plus 2 will give us 5. So 3 plus 2 will give us 5. 3 plus 2 will give us 5. Then we divide both sides by 5. Why? We want to find the value of x. That means we need to remain with x on one side of the equal sign. So we divide both sides by 5. Then 5x divided by 5 will give us x, which will be equal to 5 divided by 5 will give us 1. And that is the value of x. Now we have found the value of x. If you are not sure whether you have gotten the correct value of x or correct value of y, we can use this equation that we haven't used. Please never use the same equation. We use the different equation that we haven't used. So to prove, we're going to say 5x minus 3y is equal to 8. Okay, so what do? Where there is x, we put the value of x, which we got is 1. So we say 5, then the value of x is here. We say 5x times 1. So 5 times 1, where there is x, we put 1, minus 3. Then where there is y, we put the value of y, which we got there, which is negative 1. Close bracket is equal to 8. Then we evaluate 5 times 1 will give us 5. Then negative 3 times negative 1 will give us positive 3, which will be equal to 8. So we can see that 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. That means this proves that our answers are correct. Basically, that's what you can do. It can just take you less than 15 seconds to prove this if you had a question like this one. So basically, that's how you prove it. Okay, the key thing is you use this second equation that you haven't used. You use any equation that you haven't used between the two equations. You pick the one that you didn't use. That's the one we use. Okay. Now, when I mean to use, I mean on the second step of finding the value. Okay. In the first step here, you can both equations are used, but in the second step, the one you choose to use in the second step, then you don't use it when you are trying to prove whether the variables, the answers you got are correct, or the numbers for the variables you got are correct. You use the one that you didn't use in step 2. Okay. Question 3b was as follows. A phone is valued at 3,700 kwacha. What is the cost of the phone in American dollars, given that the exchange rate is $1 to 18 kwacha 15 ngwe? Okay, so the dollar is being bought at 18 kwacha 15 ngwe. So how much will the dollar cost? How much will the phone cost in dollars? Okay, so to find that, what we're going to do is to find that the answer to that, we're going to say cost of phone in dollars is equal to, okay, cost of phone in dollars is equal to cost of phone in kwacha over exchange rate. Okay, so we say how much is the cost of phone in kwacha? That is 3,700 kwacha. Okay, so how much is the exchange rate for $1? How much is the exchange rate? What is the exchange rate? So the exchange rate we're given here is $1 to 18 kwacha 15 ngwe. So what we do, we write 18 kwacha 15 ngwe. Okay, so here we can even say it's just 18.5. Now what we can do here is we can say now the kwacha sign will cancel each other out, leaving us with the just 3,700 kwacha on top and 18 kwacha 15. So we have got 18.5. Okay, so you should understand that 18.5 will go twice into 37. Okay, so 18 kwacha 50 ngwe, again you should also understand that 18 kwacha 50 ngwe is the same as 18.5. Okay, we can easily remove this 0. This is the value of 18 kwacha 50 ngwe, or 18 kwacha
18.50 is still the same. You see that, eh? So when we remove that, when we say 18.5 into 37, how many times will 18.5 go into 37? It will go 2 times. It will go 2 times. Okay? Now, once we have evaluated 18 into 37 and there will be no remainder, that means we have now remained with only 2 zeros on top. Then we can't say 18 into 2 zeros. No. Since the 2 zeros here on top haven't been used, what we can do now, we just bring them down. We bring them down and add them to the answer. So we write these 2 zeros down here. And this is the answer. Okay, if you have gotten confused anywhere, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be glad to explain more on this, but this is how you do it. Okay, so the concept you should understand is never should you get confused with 18.5 and 18.50. These, they are the same. Whether you cancel 0 out or you add 0 to the number, the answer will be the same. And this is the 0, the way it is at the end, the numbers will be the same. So for you not to get confused in an exam, just cancel out the 0 and use 18.5 instead of 18.50. Okay, so we come to question 3C, which is given that E is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A is equal to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. B is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. C is equal to, and C is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, then the actual question is, question 1 is, illustrate this information in the Venn diagram. Okay, so what we need to do when we are answering these questions, there will be need for us to be cancelling out those terms we are using, those elements we are putting in the Venn diagram. We'll be cancelling them out. So let's start with the section A, B, C. Let's look at any number that is found in both. So we start with 4. Is 4 found in all the, so not in both, but in all the sets? That is set A, B, and C. Is 4 found in set A? Yes. B? Yes. C? No. So set 4 is not found in both, in all the sets. Okay, so 4 is only found in A and B. That means 4 will be at the intersection of A and B. So that means we can record 4 here. Okay, so 4 is a member of a set which is A union, sorry, A intersection B. 4 is the member of set A intersection B. Okay, now we come to 5. Is 5 found in B? Yes. So let me cancel 4 first. I've used 4, so I'm going to cancel 4 in these two sets. So we go to 5. Is 5 found in B? Yes. In C? Yes. So 4 is going to be on the intersection of A intersection B intersection C. So we're going to write 5 here. Okay, then we are going to cancel it in all the sets where it is appearing. Okay, we come to 6. Is 6 found is 6 found in set B? No. In set C? No. So 6 is only found in set A. That means we are going to record 6 here in set A. Okay, like that. Okay, and then we also cancel it. So we come to setting. We come to question 2 number 7. Is 7 found in set B? No. In set C? Yes. So 7 is found in set A and set E. That means it's going to be under intersection of A and C. So 7 is going to be here. Okay, and we cancel 7. I hope you are following me. I'm trying the best to be slow as possible. I'm trying to be slow and also clear so that you follow me. If there is anywhere you got lost, you can ask. This the same thing you can do in an exam. Okay, you keep on cancelling. I'm a bit slow, but you can be fast in an exam. Okay, you cancel what you use. Slow, but you can be fast but sure. Okay, or you can be slow but sure. You make sure you beat time. We come to the next number. Remember, we are dealing with elements. We are checking on elements that are in A. So we come to 8. Is 8 found in set B? No. In set C? No. So 8 is not found in B and C. So it's going to be found here. Okay. Now we are done with set A. All the elements have been recorded. So we come to B. So in B, we're just going to look for what is remaining. We are remaining with 2. Is 2 found in set C? No. Here we just concentrate between set A, set B and C. Since we are done with set A, so we just concentrate on B and C. So is 2 found in set B? Is 2 found in set B? Yes. In set C? No. So meaning 2 is just a member of set B alone. So we write it here. Okay. Then we cancel it out. So we come to 3. Is 3 found in set C? Yes. So 3 is found in set B and set C. So meaning 3 will be written here. It will be on the intersection of B and C. 3 will be on the intersection of C and B. Okay, like that. Okay, now once we are done like that, then we can see that from set B we have neutralized all elements. So what is remaining now is set C. So we go to set C. We are remaining with only one element, which is 1. So we can definitely know that 1 does not belong in A or B, because it is remaining after dealing with A and B completely. So we can just even record it there. But we can ask, is 1 found in B and A? No, it's not found. So we're going to record it here. 1 is going to be recorded here. Okay? Now we are done with this. So we can counter check. Okay? We can counter check the numbers that are remaining. So what we can do now, we can go to the universal set now. Let's go to the universal set here. Okay, so in universal set, we're going to check the elements that we have recorded already. So I can see that 1 is already recorded, 2 is recorded. So 1 is recorded is here, 2 is here, 3 is here, is recorded. So when we check the number that is recorded, we will be cancelling in universal set. Then we come to 4 is here. So we come to 5, it's here. We come to 6, it's here. So 6 is there. So we cancel it there. Then 7 is here. We cancel it here. Then 8 is here. We cancel it here. Okay, that means the only element that we haven't used is 9. So 9 is going to be here outside the sets. Okay, so you can put it anywhere you want. It can be here, it can be anywhere, but outside the set, but inside the rectangle. Okay, outside the set, but inside the rectangle or the square that we have drawn. Okay, so basically now, like this, we have illustrated this information in the Venn diagram. We have illustrated the information in the Venn diagram. Okay, unless if you have got questions. If there are no questions, we can go ahead and go to the next question. Okay, so never mind the paintings that I've done here on the Venn diagram. Please never mind. I hope you have followed me keenly and you have gotten the concept. If there are questions, you can ask. Otherwise, let's go to question 2 of C. Okay, which is list the set A intersection B union C complement. So to answer this question, what we need to do is we need to divide this set into 2 components. So the first component is set A. Okay, then we list the members of set A. Then the second component is B union C complement. Remember, complement is outside. So again, we list the members of these sets. So it is the members of these sets. So let's start with the elements of set A. This one is simple. We just go on set A, which is this one, and list the members of set A. So the members of set A are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, then we come to B union C complement. So what it means here now here is this. So we are going to come this side. We are going to come this side. So here we are saying B union C complement. That means we exclude all the elements that are found in this set. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing on the Venn diagram here. These elements that are here, these elements, we exclude these because these, they form B union C set. These, they form B union C set. So we are going to exclude this. When we say complement, we are saying excluding members of B union C. When we say B union C complement, we are saying we form a set that does not contain any member of set B union C. That is B union C complement. So we pick only those that are not found in B and C. Those that are not found in set B and set C, or in a specific language is B union C. So those elements, you can see them, they are those which are outside. So we have got 6, we have got 8, and we've got 9 down here. So these are the 3 elements that are not found in B union C set. So now the actual question is, we list the set of A intersection open bracket B union C complement, which is equal to, then we open bracket. So what we do is we want to find, now remember the keyword here is intersection, A intersection B union C complement. So what we are going to ask ourselves is, let's identify elements that are found in both sets. That means these two sets here, these two sets here. Okay, so when we ask ourselves, is 4 found in B union C complement? No. Is 5 found in B union C complement? No. Is 6 found in B union C complement? Yes. So as you can see, this 6 and this 6 are found in both. So we can decode 6 here. Then we go to the next step and say, is 7 found in B union C complement? No. Is 8 found in B union C complement? Yes. So we can see that here 8 and this 8 is found in both. So what it means is, now we record also 8. Okay, then the members of set A are finished, even though we haven't even looked at 9. If 9 is not found in set A, that means it can't be an element that is found in both. So that, like that, we have now identified the members of A intersection B union C complement. Okay, so basically this is the answer. Okay, if you have gotten confused anywhere, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. Otherwise, we encourage you to share this video with your friend, and if it was helpful, remember to like and share with your friends, like I said earlier on. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be very grateful if you give us that gesture of subscribing to our YouTube channel. Question 4a was as follows: express 1, -2, 1, -4 multiply by 3, 2 as a single matrix. So we have got two matrices that we need to express as a single matrix. So what do? We multiply them. As you can see, that expression is showing us to multiply. So how do we do it? So what we do is, first we are going to rewrite the same expression down here, the same matrices the way they are appearing. So -2, -4, close bracket, then we open, we say 3, then we say 2 down here, and then we say equals 2. So what do? We open bracket. So we do like this, then we say 3 times 3, so open small bracket and say 3 times 3, close bracket, then we say plus, then -2 times 2, close bracket, then we are done multiplying the terms on top. We come down, we say 1 times, so we open bracket, we say 1 times 3, close bracket, then plus -4 times -4 times 2, so we say -4 times 2, close bracket, then we close the entire matrix. So what do? Now we find the value of that. So we open the bigger matrix and we open bigger box, or we can't even open. We just say 3 times, we may not even open. We just say 3 times 3 will give us 9, plus then -2 times 2 will give us -4. Then we come down, 1 times 3 will give us 3, then plus -4 times 2 will give us -8. Okay, then we close the matrix like that. Then we come down here, we evaluate. So we have got we have got 9 plus -4. So what we can do is we can open bracket, and then we have what we have something here is like this. Look at the right side of the screen where I'm going to write 9 plus -4, close bracket. So what we do is we write 9, we do with what is in the bracket. Positive times -4 will give us -4. So 9 minus 4 will give us 5. Okay, so that means I'm going to write 5 here on top. Okay, then again we come down here, we concentrate on this one down here. So down there we have got 3 plus -8. So we write 3, then positive times -8 will give us -8. Then which number is big between 3 and 8? We know that 8 is bigger. In terms of quantity, there are many. Okay, so we have got so that means we know our answer will be a negative. Then we find the difference of 8 and 3, that is the difference of 8 and 3 is 5. That is the answer. So that is -5. So we write -5 here, and this is the matrix. So we have expressed those two matrices into a single matrix. We have expressed those two matrices into a single matrix, which is 5, -5. So basically, that's how you express two matrices into a single matrix if they are given like that. Okay, if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section, but basically that's how you go about this one. Okay, so question 4b was as follows. The following diagram is a polygon PQRSTU. Okay, so the actual question is express the sum of the angles of the polygon in terms of x and y in its simplest form. Okay, so how do you go about this one? So first of all, you need to start the diagram that is in question. You can also count the number of angles or sides it has. So once you have done that, then the first thing you need to do is find the total sum of interior angles. So basically, if you don't know the total sum of interior angles that a 6-sided polygon has, we can use for this formula to find the total sum of any given polygon. So the formula we use is open bracket n minus 2 close bracket times 180 degrees. Okay, so in this case, we have got a polygon that has got 6 sides. So we can say 6 minus 2 close bracket times 180 degrees. Then what do we do now? We evaluate. We have got 4. 6 minus 2 will give us 4. Then 4 times 180 degrees. Okay, this should give us, when we multiply 4 by 180 degrees, will give us 720 degrees. So this is the total sum of interior angles of this polygon. So what we can do now, we can use that number to go and find the value or express x and y. We can express the sum of the angles of a polygon in terms of x and y. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and then do this. Okay, first of all, for us to be able to express this, we need to add all the angles. So we can say, let me start at T. We have got 90 degrees there. So we say 90 degrees. Okay, then to avoid many steps, I also look for other angles that are given. We have also 90 degrees there on Q. Then we say plus 90 degrees, which is on Q. Then plus, others are not given, so we can come at U. We have got plus 5y. Then again at R we have 4y. Okay, sorry, it should be plus. Then we say plus 4y. Then we come at S, we have got plus 4x. Then plus, we come at P, that is 3x, which is equal to 720 degrees. So when you add all these angles, remember, I should also be putting degrees here. When we add all these angles, they should give us 720 degrees. Okay, so that means let's evaluate these things now. So we say this will give us 180 degrees, which will be plus, this will give us 9y degrees. Then this will give us plus 7x degrees, which will be equal to 720 degrees. Okay, then once we have done this, what we can do now is we can we can put the like terms together. That means we're going to remain with 9y degrees. Okay, then plus 7x degrees is equal to 720 degrees. Then this will cross the equal sign and become minus, so we have minus 180 degrees. Okay, then what do we do now? We simplify. So we can see that 9y degrees and 7x degrees, they are not like terms. So we continue writing them just the way they are. Then plus 7x degrees, which is equal to, so when we subtract 180 from 720, we're going to get 540 degrees. Okay, 540 degrees. Now this way we have written or we have expressed the sum of the angles of the polygon in terms of x and y in the simplest form. Okay, so why am I saying this? We can now safely say there is no number that can go into 9 and no number that can go into 7 as well as into 540 degrees. So there are these three terms, they don't have a common factor. So that means we leave it here as the level of grade 9. We leave it there. So that is the answer. So don't stress yourself to make sure until it goes down. No. So if you divide 7 into 540, it might go. 9 will go into 540, but the factors won't be the same. So for us to simplify this further, unless we have got a common factor of all the three terms, if we don't have, we leave it there. So that is the answer that examiner is expected from you. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. 4C is as follows. A bicycle costs 2,320 kwacha inclusive of value added tax, VAT, at 16%. Calculate the cost of the bicycle before VAT. Okay, so what we can do is we can come up with this expression, which is cost of bicycle without VAT, which is equal to, now the cost, sorry, my writing there is not okay. Let me start. So we're saying cost of bicycle without VAT is equal to, then what do? We write cost of bicycle with VAT minus VAT. Okay, so what is the cost of bicycle with VAT? That's what we need to fill in. So we are told that the cost of bicycle inclusive of VAT, value added tax, that is 2,320 kwacha minus, what is VAT? We are not given VAT, instead we are given the percentage of VAT. So open bracket, then we say 16%, which is 16% means out of 100. So we can say 16 excuse me, over 100 times the cost of the bicycle, which is 2,000, so times 2,320 kwacha, cross bracket. So what we do now, we focus on this side until we deal with all the numbers in brackets. So that means we'll continue writing, say, equal to 2,320. We'll continue writing the price of the bicycle with VAT, then minus, so this 2 zeros down, and so let me say not 2 zeros down, we say this 2 and this 2, they cancel each other out. Then we have 10 there. So what do? We can evaluate that. We say 16 divided by 2 will give us 16 divided by 10 will give us 1.6 times 232. So we evaluate that. Okay, so we continue writing the price of the bicycle with the VAT. So that is 2,320 kwacha minus. So we multiply this. Let's come to the left side of the screen. So we have got 232 times. So this one, we make it a whole number. Remember, the point has just moved one place, so we write 16 times 16 here, so that it makes our multiplication easier. Then later on, we'll know that our product will have one decimal place. So we say 6 times 2 will give us 12, carry 1. 6 times 3 will give us 18, plus 1, 19. 6 times 2 will give us 12, plus 1, 13. So we have 13 like that. Okay, then we put 0 here. Then we multiply 1 by 2 will give us 2, 1 by 3 will give us 3, 1 by 2 will give us 2. Then we add this. So we have 2, 9 plus 2 of 11, that is, we are going to write 1, carry 1. So 1 plus 3 will give us 4, 4 plus 3 will give us 7. Then 1 plus 2 will give us 3. Now remember, we are multiplying by 1.6, not 16, so that means the decimal point will move one step and give us 371.2. So our answer will be here, it's going to be 371.2. okay, so 371.2 as the VAT. Okay, so we are subtracting that. So what we can do is we can come here again. We say 2320 minus 371.2. we find the difference. So here we're going to have 0.0. So what we do, we borrow 1 from this 2, we remain with 1 here, and when it comes here it is 10, then we borrow 1, it is 9, then here it's 10. So 10 minus 2 will give us 8, 9 minus 1 will give us 8, so we put a point here. Then 1 minus 7, it can't, we borrow 1 from 3, we remain with 2 here, then here it's 11, 11 minus 7 will give us 4, 2 minus 3, it can't, we borrow 1 from 2, it becomes 1, then we put it here, it becomes 12, 12 minus 3 will give us 9, then 1 minus 0 will give us 1, and this is the amount that the bike was bought without VAT. So we can write here, we can say equal to, then we write 1948 kwacha 0.8. This is the answer. So if you have got questions, please you can ask in the comment section, but basically that's how you find the answer to this question. So question 4D was as follows. The table shows the frequency distribution of the ages of 25 children at a birthday party. Okay, so those are the ages. So age, we have 2 to 4, they were 4. The frequency, that is 4. 5 to 7, they were 5. 8 to 10, they were 6. 11 to 13 were 7. 14 to 16 were 3. So now the question is calculate the mean age. Okay, so to find the mean age, what we can do is this. So to find the mean age, we are going to come up with the expression which is mean age is equal to, so what we do now here is we find the midpoint of every age range. Okay, so let's focus on this number here, that is 2 to 4 years. What is the mid range? So what is the number between 2 and 4? That is 3. So multiply 3 by, so we open bracket, then we say 3 by 4. Okay, then we come to this point, we say plus here, then we say we come to this point, we say what is the middle age between 5 and 7? That is 6. That is the middle number. So multiply 6 by 5, so open bracket, we say 6 times 5. So there were 5 children who were between 5 and 7 years, sorry, 5 and 7 years. So we do like that. So again here, we come here, we find the number that is in the middle, that is 9. So you multiply, we say plus 9 times 6. 6 is the frequency. Okay, then plus 11, the middle number between 11 and 13. Okay, the middle number between 11 and 13, that is 12. So we say 12 times, how many came were between 11 and 13? We are 7. So times 7. Then plus, we come here, the middle number between 14 and 16 is 15. So open bracket, we say 15 times, how many came? 3. So we write times 3 like that. Then over, remember, we want to find the mean age. Over, then we add these, the frequency. We add the frequency, we say 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 3. So if you don't want to do the addition, you can just pick this number of 25, because that's a number we're going to get. 25 children, the number of children. So we say equal to, then 3 times 4 will give us 12, plus 6 times 5 will give us 13, plus 9 times 6 will give us 54, plus 7 times 12. 7 times 12, that is 84. If I'm not mistaken, that is 84, please. That is 84. Then 15 times 3 will give us 45. So we say plus 45. The of that over, we add, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 6, 15, 15 plus 7, 22, 22 plus 3 will give us 25. So we write 25 here, just like I said earlier on. So what do we do now? We add these numbers on top. So we're going to say equal to, then 12 plus 30, that is 42, 42 plus 54, 96, 96 plus 96 plus 84 will give us 180, plus 45 will give us 225. 180 plus 45 will give us 225 over 25. Okay, then what do we do? Here now we find the value of 22 divided by, so we find the value of 225 divided by 25, which will give us 9. Okay, 25 will go 9 times in 225. Now, 9, so we can say 9 is the average, or sorry, so not average, that is not the word used. It's 9 is the mean age. So average is a synonym for mean. Okay, so even if I say 9 is the average age, it's just the same as 9 is the mean age. So basically that's how we go about this question. If you have got questions, please ask in the comment section. If you find this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Basically this is how we go about this question. Question 5a was as follows: multiply 343 base 5 by 244 base 5, giving your answer in base 5. Okay, so how do you go about this one? So what we do is this: we are going to write 343 multiplied by 2, 4, then we do like that. Okay, then we start the actual multiplication, which is 4 times 3 will give us 12. 12, how many times can 5 go into 12? It will go 2 times, remainder 2. So I'll write the remainder down here. Then 4 times 4 will go, 4 times 4 will give us 16. 16 plus 2 will give us 18. How many times can now we have added this 2 to 16, which is become 18. So we rub it. Then we say, how many times can 5 go into 18? It will go 3 times, remainder. So it will go 3 times, remainder 3. So I'm going to write the remainder there. Then I come here, I say 4 times 3 will give us 12. 12 plus 3 will give us 15. So how many times can 5 go into 15? It will go 3 times, remainder 0. Then we say, is there any other number that we can multiply 4 with? No. So that means we are going to get this 3 again and write it to the product here. So multiplying 343 in base 5 by 4 will give us 3032 in base 5. Okay, so let me also indicate the base number here to these numbers. Even this answer should have the base number like that. So base numbers, the sign of the base number, the numbers are, you are supposed to write it at the beginning. Okay, sorry, I forgot to write it as I began, but this is how you write it. Now, once we are done multiplying 4 by all the numbers on top, what we do is we write 0, the place value order, then we multiply by 2. So we say 2 by 3 will give us 6. How many times can 5 go into 6? It will go 1 time, remainder 1. Okay, then we multiply 2 by 4 will give us 8, plus 1 will give us 9. How many times can 5 go into 9? It will go 1 time, remainder 4. Okay, then we multiply 2 by 3 will give us 6. How many times can, 2 by 3 will give us 6, plus 1 will be 7. So how many times can 5 go into 7? It will go 1 time, remainder 2. Okay, now since the numbers to multiply on top by 2 are finished, we can just get this one
and put it in front of 2 like this, and then we do like this. So basically, when you're multiplying numbers in base 5, we follow the same rules that we use in base 10 and the same steps that we use in base 10, only that as we are counting, we count in base 5. So we divide every product we get by 5, and then we continue writing the remainder, keeping the number of times the 5 has gone into that number aside, and add it later like I was demonstrating. Okay, now once we have done this, the next step is to add the products we have got. So here I can write in advance base 5 because we know that our answer will be in base 5. Then we say 2 plus 0 will give us 2, 3 plus 1 will give us 4, 0 plus 4 will give us 4. Okay, then we say 3 plus 2 will give us 5. So how many times can 5 go into 5? It will go 1 time, remainder 0. So that means we carry 1, we put it on top there. Then 1 plus 1 will give us 2. Okay, so now I'm multiplying 343 in base 5 by 24 in base 5 will give us 20442 in base 5. Okay, that is in base 5. So let me just write 5 down here so that doesn't confuse anyone. So multiplying 343 by 24 in base 5 will give us 20442 in base 5. Okay, so basically that's how you go about it. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Question 5b was as follows. In the diagram, AD is parallel to BC, AD is 12 centimeter, BC is 20 centimeter, and CE is equal to 15 centimeter. Now, what you need to do is you need to take time and study the diagram. Once you have studied the diagram, then we can go to the actual question, which is calculate the length of AE. Calculate the length of AE. Okay, so to calculate the length of AE, what we're going to do is this. First, we're going to identify corresponding sides and come up with a ratio of those corresponding sides. Okay, so before we go ahead and identify the corresponding side, let's identify the length AE. So the length AE is this one here. Okay, this is the length AE. Okay, so this is what we want to find. Now, for us to find this length, we're going to start with identifying the corresponding sides. So one of the key factors to solve this question, we need to identify at least 2 corresponding sides with their dimension which are given. So we can see that AD and BC are corresponding sides, and both dimensions are given. So we're going to come up with AD to BC. Okay, these 2 sides, their dimensions are given. Then the other corresponding sides, so we can have the other corresponding sides, that is AE to CE. Okay, so again, these are 2 corresponding sides. These are 2 corresponding sides. Now remember, we want to find AE, so we have identified the corresponding side of AE, which is CE. Okay, now once we have done this, the next thing we need to do is we need to replace these sides by their measurements or their numerical value. So what is the length of the line AD? The length of AD is 12, so we are going to write 12. Now, when you're writing ratios, you don't include units, so that means we're just going to write 12 to the length of BC is 20, so we're going to write the length of BC is 20. So I'm going to write 12 to 20. Then the ratio, the numerical value of AE is not given, so I'm going to put X here. Okay, so because this is not given, we're going to represent the length of AE by X. Then the length of EC or CE, this is 15 centimeters. So we're going to write X to 15. Then what do? We cross multiply. Okay, so we're going to have something like this. 20 times X will give us 20X, which, sorry, should be 20X, not 2X. So 20X, which is equal to 15 times 12 will give us 180. Okay, then what do we do now? We divide both sides by 20 so that we remain with X. So we have divide by 20, 20X divided by 20, again 180 divided by 20. So that means this 20 down and this 20 on top will cancel each other out, leaving us with X, which will be equal to 180 divided by 20. 180 divided by 20 will give us 9. Okay, so this 9 is the ratio for the length of AE, and that is the measurement. So we can say AE is equal to 9 centimeter. So we can say AE is equal to 9 centimeter. So basically, that's how you solve this question. If you found this video helpful, remember to like and share. Question 5C was as follows. Given the set of ordered pairs 1, 6, 0, 5, -1, 4, -2, 3, and m, 8, find this mapping. Find this mapping. 1, function presenting 2, value m. Okay, so what we're going to do is first we need to find the function, that is the question number 1. So to find the function, we're going to use the formula, which is the skeleton of the formula, which is y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, so this is the skeleton of the function. Now we need to come and find the gradient and the constant. Okay, so that we can come up with the actual function. So first of all, we're going to start by finding the gradient. Okay, so to find the gradient, we're going to use the formula, which is m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so what we do now, we put the numerical values of these y2 and y1, x2 and x1, sorry. So what we do, we're going to use these 2 points. Okay, so we start with y1, that is, we have got 5. Okay, so y1 we have got 5. So what you can say is we have got y2, there is 5, y, so we say 5 minus y2, y1, which is 6. Excuse me. Then over, then we have y1, we have got y1, which is 0. Then, sorry, x2, which is 0. x2 is equal to 0. Then x1 is equal to 1. So we say minus 1. Then we evaluate that. 5 minus 6, it will give me -1. 0 minus 1 will give me also -1. Then I divide this, -1 divided by -1 will give us +1. So the value of the gradient in that expression is 1. So we write, we come to the skeleton of the function. So we write y is equal to 1x plus c, which is the constant. Okay, now at this stage we go ahead and find the value of the constant. So we're going to get the skeleton, the skeleton of the function. So we say y is equal to 1x plus c. Okay, then what do? Now we pick this point, okay, and put those numbers in there. So when y is equal to 4, is y, so where there is y, we put 4, then we say equal to, then what do? We write the function, the gradient, which is 1, then multiplied by -1, then plus c. Okay, so what we do, we evaluate this. So we write 4 is equal to -1 times -1 will give us -1 plus c. So what do we do now? We put like terms together. So to put like terms together, we're going to say 4, then this -1 will cross the equal sign and become +1, which is equal to c. Then we evaluate that. 4 plus 1 will give us 5, which is equal to c. Okay, so like that we have found now the constant, which is 5. So what do? We come to the skeleton of the function. We say y is equal to 1x plus 5. Okay, now basically we have found the function. All we need to do is just simplify it. So now what we do is now we evaluate the function that is given. So what do we do now? To evaluate this function, we are going to write y is equal to, then we find the value of 1 times x, or 1x. So 1 times x will give us x, then plus 5. Now this is the final function, or this is the function that is representing the data on top. That means if we put the value of x in this function, we are going to get the value of y. If we put the value of y in this function, we're going to get the value of x. Okay, so now once we have found this as a function that is producing those coordinates, now we can go ahead and go to question 2, which is find the value of m. Okay, so to find the value of m, we are going to get this function we have found and use it. So we are going to write y is equal to x plus 5. Okay, then once we have written that function, what we need to do is we come here and get the coordinates of this point. So the coordinates of that point is m, 8. So the value of y in that point, the value of y in that point is 8, which is equal to, then the value of x in that point is m, then plus 5. So what we have done, we've just gotten those coordinates and put them into the function. Okay, so that when we evaluate the function, or when we calculate the function, we should be able to get the value of m, and that will be the coordinate for x in that coordinates. Okay, so we say 8 is equal to m plus 5. So we put like terms together. So we have 8, then 5 will cross the equal sign and become minus. Okay, 8 minus 5, which is equal to m. Okay, then what do we do now? We evaluate. 8 minus 5 will give us 3, which is equal to m. So the value of m in that coordinates, the value of m in that point is 3. The value of m in that point is 3. So basically, that's how you go about this question. If you have got questions, please, you can ask in the comment section. And if you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be very grateful if we see your subscription. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go to the next question. Question 6a was as follows. Simplify 5 open bracket x minus 3y close bracket minus open bracket 3x minus 8y. Okay, so to simplify this one, what we're going to do is first we're going to rewrite the entire expression. We're going to rewrite the entire expression, which is 5 open bracket x minus 3y close bracket minus open bracket 3x minus 8y close bracket. Okay, so what we need to do now here is we're going to evaluate first what is in the bracket. So we say 5 times x will give us 5x. Then 5 times negative 3y will give us negative 15y. Then we say negative times 3x will give us negative 3x. Negative times negative 8y will give us positive 8y. So what we need to do now here is to put like terms together. So we have 5x minus 3x. Okay, so this is the 3 minus 3x which is I've got in there. Then we say minus 15y, then plus 8y, which is 8y is here. Okay, now once we have done this, we can evaluate that. 5x minus 3x will give us 2x. Then negative 15y plus 8 will give us negative 7y. Okay, that way we can say that is the correct answer. So now that way we have simplified the expression, which is 5 open bracket x minus 3y close bracket minus 3x minus 8y close bracket. So basically that's how you go about that question. Okay, if you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friend. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure to follow us on Facebook. We're also doing the same revision, so make sure you catch us on Facebook and YouTube channel. Question 6b was as follows. Evaluate 1, 1, 0, 0, 1 base 2 divided by 1, 0, 1 base 2. Give your answer in base 2. Okay, so to evaluate this one, what we need to do is we need to do this. So when you're evaluating numbers in different base, when we're dividing numbers in different base, we can use the same way we divide numbers in base 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with the division sign. I'm going to use long division. I'm going to come up with the division frame like that. Then I'm going to put 1, 0, 1 here, and then I'm also going to put 1, 1, 0, 0, 1 here. Okay, so what I can do now is I can now go ahead and start dividing. So I say 1, 0, 1 into 1, it can't. 1, 0, 1 into 1, 1, it can't. 1, 0, 1 into 1, 1, 0, it can. Okay, so how many times can 1, 0, 1 go into 1, 1, 0? It will go 1 time. That's the beauty of dividing numbers in base 2, because every time you get the quotient, is the answer will be, the quotient will be 1. Every quotient you get is 1 always, and rarely and sometimes, sorry, you get 0. Okay, so but here the quotient is 1. Then I multiply 1 times 1, 0, 1 will give me 1, 0, 1. Then I'm going to subtract. Then I'm going to say 0 minus 1, it can't, so I'm going to borrow 1 from this one. I'm going to borrow 2. When I borrow 1 from this one, it's going to remain 0, then it will be 2. Okay, when I borrow 1 from this one, here it's going to become 2. So 2 minus 1 will give me 1. Then 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So now the difference, the difference of 1, 1, 0 and 1, 0, 1 is 1. So what do? We divide 1 by 1, 0, 1. So 1, 0, 1 into 1, it can't. Okay, so what do? We drop this 0 and it becomes 1, 0. Remember, these numbers are in base 10, so I can say 10. Oh, sorry, are in base 2, so I can say 10. These numbers are in base 2, I can say 10. Then 1, 0, 1 into 1, 0, it can't. So what do? We drop this 1 here. Then we have 1 here. Then we say 101 into 101, it will go 1 time. Then we multiply 1 by 101 will give us 101. Then we find the difference. Then we have 1 minus 1 will give us 0. 0 minus 0 will give us 0. 1 minus 1 will give us 0. Now, we can see that we have exhausted all the numbers and we have gotten at the point where we have gotten the difference to be 0, 0. That means our calculation has ended. So, evaluating that, so when we say evaluating 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, divide by 1, sorry, they should be in base C. In base 2, divide by 1, 0, 1 in base 2 will give us 1, 1 in base 2. So that is the answer. Okay, so basically that's how you go about that question. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friends. Question 6C was as follows. Given the base B and area A of a triangle, complete the following steps for calculating and displaying its height, h. We take note that the formula for area is equal to 1 over 2 BH. Okay, so that's what we are given that information. So we come here. So we go into a flowchart program and we place start. Then when we place start, we enter what we are given. We are given the base, which we enter B. Then we are also given the area. We enter A for the area. Okay, now once we've done this, the next thing we need to do is we need to enter the formula. So here we are given the formula of the area and not the formula of height. So what we need to do, we need to convert this formula into the formula of height. So we need to change the subject of the formula. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on the screen on how you go about it. So I'm going to write area is equal to 1 over 2 BH. Okay, so what do we do now? Here to start, we multiply both sides by 2 and this side by 2. Why am I multiplying both sides by 2? I want to get rid of this fraction. Okay, so meaning I'm going to say 2 by 2 times A. 2 times A will give me 2A, which is equal to these 2 and these 2 cancel each other out. Then 1 times BH will give us BH. Okay, now once we reach here, what we need to do now is we need to divide both sides by B. We need to divide both sides by B. So here we divide by B and this side we divide by B. Why are we dividing both sides by B? We want to remain with H on one side of the equal sign so that H can become the subject of the formula. So when we have something like this, we can say 2A divided by B. It can't, there are no like terms there, so it's going to remain 2A over B, which is equal to, then we say B down here and B on top will be cancelled out, leaving us with the H. Now, that way we have come up with the formula, which is H is equal to 2A over B. So this is the formula we placed there on our answer. We have changed the subject of the formula successfully. So what we need to do is, since H is already written, it's already written for us, all we need to do is we just place 2A over B, like that. Okay, now that is the formula I've entered. After entering that formula, we should get the height. So the height will be given. So display, we write height, which is denoted by small h, like that. So basically that's how you go about this question. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. if you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friend. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also invite your friend to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be very grateful for that gesture. Question 6D was as follows. A businessman purchased a machine for 60,000 kwacha. If it depreciated using straight line method at 20% per year, calculate its value after 2 years. Okay, so we need to calculate its value after 2 years. So basically what we need to do first is we need to find the depreciation. Okay, so to find the depreciation per year, we can say depreciation is equal to, then we say principal, which is 60,000. Okay, let me say, which is principal multiplied by rate times time over 100. Okay, so what is here now? We have principal, we are told that is 60,000. So this is the principal, 60,000. Then times rate, that is 20%. So we say 20 because it's out of 100. Then times, so we want to find first the depreciation of this machine for 1 year. So we say times 1. Then the whole of that over 100. Okay, this is 0, not 6. Okay, so what we do, we simplify the numbers. So we cancel this 0 and this 0, this 0 and this 0. Then we remain with 1 into 6,000 will give us 6,000. Remember, we are remaining with 6 with 3 zeros there. That is 6,000 times 2 times 1 will give us 2. Okay, so when we multiply 6,000 kwacha times 2 will give us 12,000 kwacha. Now, 12,000 kwacha is the depreciation for 1 year. 12,000 kwacha is the depreciation for 1 year. So now remember, we are asked to find the value of the machine at the end of 2 years. So what we do is, now we multiply 12,000 by the number of years. Remember, we're using straight line method. So we say we multiply 12,000 by 2 years. So we say 12,000 kwacha times 2 years, the number of years. So 12,000 times 2 years. So what you can do, like if this number's got just zeros at the end here, we focus on non-zero numbers. So we multiply 2 times 12, which will give us 24. Okay, so all we do is we rewrite these zeros to, we add these zeros to 24, which will give us 24,000, and that is the depreciation of this machine after 2 years. Now the question is, we calculate its value after 2 years. So if it has depreciated the value of 24,000 kwacha, what is its actual value? So what we need to do is we subtract, we get 60,000 kwacha, 60,000 kwacha, then minus 24,000 kwacha. Okay, then we do this, then we say 0, 0, 0, then here we have 10, and here we have 5, because 0 minus 4, it can't. So we say 10 minus 4 will give us 6, then 5 minus 2 will give us 3, and its value will be at 36,000 kwacha. So the value, so we can say the value of the machine will be 36,000 kwacha at the end of 2 years. Okay, so this sentence can also be, the value of the machine was 36,000 kwacha at the end of 2 years. So what is important is the calculation. So the value of the machine will be 36,000 kwacha if it depreciated at 20% per year. Okay, if you found this video helpful, remember to like and share. Question 7a was as follows. Given that 3m minus n is equal to km minus 5, make m the subject of the formula. Okay, so we need to make m to be the subject of the formula. So what we need to do is we need to copy the entire expression down here so that we don't mess up with the expression in the sentence. So we have got 3m minus n is equal to km minus 5. Okay, so what we need to do now is the next step is we put like terms together, those terms that have got m. Okay, remember, we want to make m the subject of the formula, so it's important that we correct every term that has m to one side of the equal sign. So that means we're going to have 3m, then this will close the equal sign and become minus km, which is equal to negative 5. Then negative n will cross the equal sign and become positive 5. Okay, so this n is crossing the equal sign and become positive 5, or positive n, so not positive 5, positive n. Okay, so now we have come up with an expression which is 3m minus km is equal to negative 5 plus n. So what we need to do is we are going to factorize this one. Okay, so that means we are going to say which term is common in these. Okay, we have got m which is common in these two, so that means m is going to be the factor, and then we open bracket, so m into 3m, it will give us 3, then m into km will give m into negative km will give us negative k, and cross bracket, which is equal to, then this one we copy it the way it is, minus 5 plus n. Okay, now here what we need to do is we divide both sides by 3 minus k, and this side 3 minus k. Okay, so on this side, this one 3 minus k down and 3 minus k on top will cancel each other out, leaving us with m is equal to, then we say negative 5 plus n over, since 3k, there's no like terms here, there's no like terms that can be cancelled out. If we come to numbers, down here we have 3, on top we have 5. If we come to variables, we have n on top and k down, so they are not like terms, so we copy them just the way they are. Okay, now like this, we have made m the subject of the formula from that expression. Okay, if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. Otherwise, this is how you make m the subject of the formula if you're given that expression. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friends. Remember, sharing is caring, so make sure care for your friends, share this video with your friends so that they can also learn something from this. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Question 7b was as follows. The favorite sports for 36 learners are shown in the frequency table. So you can take time and look at the frequency table. Now, once we've studied the frequency table where we have got sport frequency, so learners whose favorite sport was basketball were 6, whose favorite sport was football, they were 15, who had netball as their favorite were 10, volleyball as their favorites were 5. So now the actual question is illustrate the information in a pie chart. Okay, so to illustrate this information in the pie chart, we need to bear in mind that a full pie chart has got 360 degrees, or a complete turn on a point is equal to 360 degrees. So the full pie chart is equal to 360 degrees. Okay, now with that in our mind, then we can go ahead and start filling this information. So what we need to do for us to fill in this information in a pie chart, first we need to find the value of number of pupils in angles. Okay, so for instance, we have got 60 learners who liked basketball. So we can say for basketball we have 6. So out of how many pupils? We are told there are 36. Sorry, there are 36 pupils. So that means we can have a fraction which is for basketball, which I will denote by 1, which is 6 over 36, then times the total amount of degrees, which we said is 360 degrees. Then we can put the equal sign there. Okay, so when we want to find the value of these degrees, that means we evaluate that. So we can say 36 into 36, it's 1. 36 into 36 into 360 degrees, it will go 10 times. So 1 into 6 is equal to 6 times 10 degrees. Okay, so when we evaluate that, it's going to give us 60 degrees. 6 times 10 degrees will give us 60 degrees. Now that is the value of the learners who like basketball in a pie chart, that is 60 degrees. So what we do, we get the compass. So we are going to get the compass and bring it here. Okay, then once we bring it here, we mark where there is 60. So we use the outer readings. So we are going to use these outer readings. Okay, so where is 60? So we can see that 60 is here. Okay, that's where 60 is. Okay, so if that's where 60 is, then we can take the compass out like that. Okay, then we have this, we have gotten this, and this is the value of basketball. So basketball, I'm just going to say BB. Okay, standing for basketball. Okay, now we come to number 2, which is number 2 is football. So the amount of pupils who like football, who have football as their favorite, is 15. So 15 over the total number is 36. So we say 15 over 36 multiplied by 360 degrees, which will be equal to, so 36 into 36, it's 1. 36 into 360 degrees, it will be 10. So it will be 10 degrees. 1 into 15, it will give us 15 times 10 degrees. Okay, times 10 degrees, which will give us 15 times 10 degrees will give us 150 degrees. And that is the value of learners who has football as their favorite in on the pie chart or in a pie chart. Okay, so now what do we do now here? We turn this following the green line. So we make sure it is following the green line. Then we bring this center point here. Okay, then we check where there is 150, counting the outer numbers. So starting from right going to up to 150, it's here. So this is the line on 150. It goes like okay, so make sure that it's passing through 150 like that. Okay, so this is the angle. So we take this out like that. So please, so this one we call it, this is football, so we're going to, we call it FB. Okay, that is for football. Okay, so we come to pointing the netable, so we have got 3, sorry, that should be 3. Okay, so netable we have 10, so we have 10 over out of 36 learners times 360 degrees, which will be equal to, so as usual, this is 1 and this is 10. Okay, so we have 10 degrees, then 1 into 10 will give us 10, then 10 times 10 degrees. Okay, so 10 times 10 degrees will give us 100 degrees. Okay, that is 100 degrees. So we measure 100 degrees. So to do that, we're going to get the compass, sorry, the protractor. What am I saying? We're going to get the protractor, turn it around like this. We make sure it is okay like that. Then again we count from 0 up to 100, the outer line. So 100 is here, so meaning we are going to draw a line here like this up to there. Okay, then I take my compass there. That is, so now this is for netable and B netable. Okay, so what I'm leaving out here is to indicate the size. So here it is 60 degrees, here it is 100 degrees, and here it's 100. Here it's 150 degrees, and here it's 100 degrees, like that. So now we are remaining with the variable. So variable, I told you there are 5. So what do we do? We're going to write, I'll call this one number 4. Then we're going to have 5 over 36 times 360 degrees. Then, as usual, here it's 1, here is 10. Okay, then 1 into 5, it will be 5 times 10 degrees, which will give us 50 degrees. 5 times 10 degrees will give us 50 degrees, and that should be the size of that remaining angle. So what we need to do now here is just to measure that angle to check whether it will turn to be 50 degrees. Then we measure. So when we start from 0, when we count the outer line, you'll find that this other line is passing through at 50. So that means our measurement is correct. The way we have done things is correctly done. We have done the things correctly. So that means here we're going to have, we are going to call this one variable, which is VB, which is equal to 50 degrees. Now, like that, we have done the question correctly. So basically, that's how you do the entire question like that. And if you have questions, if there is anywhere where I've gotten confused, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. We will gladly respond to your queries. So basically, that's how you go about this question. Okay, so like that, we have found the correct answer. Okay, so if there are no questions, that's how you do it. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go to the next question. Question 7C was, a farmer constructed a barn in form of a cylinder with radius 2 meters and height 3.5 meters. Take pi to be 22 over 7. So the question is, first of all, you can take time and start the cylinder or the barn that the farmer constructed and its shape. Then the actual question is, calculate the volume of the barn. So mainly the diagram is just the transformation of the statement that is given earlier. So if you have fully understand the statement, even understanding the diagram will be easier. Okay, so the statement is describing the diagram. Now the actual question is, calculate the volume of a cylinder. So what we need to understand is the volume of the cylinder. To find the volume of a cylinder, we use the formula, which is volume is equal to pi r squared h. Okay, So when we start, we are told that we take pi to be, so we are going to say equals to 22 over 7 times, then radius we are told is 2 meters, so we say open brackets, then we say 2 meters close bracket squared, then times, then when you look at height, this is the height, you see 3.5 meters. Okay, 3.5 meters. So what we can do is, first we need to evaluate what is in the brackets. So we say equal to 22 over 7 times 2 meters squared is equal to 4 meters squared times 3.5 meters squared. Sorry, not squared, 3.5 meters, just like that. Then what do we do now? We want to simplify. So to simplify this, we need to get rid of the fraction part. So we find a number that is on top, that where 7 can go. So you can see that 3.5 and 7, they have the common factor, which is 3.5 itself. So you can say 3.5 meters into, or 3.5 into 3.5 meters will give us 1 meter. 3.5 into 7 will give us 2. Okay, now remember, we want to get rid of the fraction, so we also need to get rid of 2. So we say 2 into 2, it's 1. 2 into 4, it will go 2 times. So now, like this, we have gotten rid of the fraction. So we can say 1 into 22, it will give us 22. Sorry. We say equal to 1 into 22, it will give us 22. Times 2 meters squared times 1 meter squared, which should give us 2 meters cubic. Sorry, 2 meters cubic. Okay, 2 meters squared times 1 meter, it will give us 2 meters square cubic. Sorry, 2 meters cubic. Then we multiply this, 22 by 2 meters cubic will give us 66 meters cubic. And this is the volume of the cylinder. This is the volume of the ban. Okay, that is the volume of the ban. So if you are confused anywhere, you can ask us in the comment section. If you have fully understood, that's great. So please, if you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friend. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can revise with us up to the end of your school, or up to the time you're going to write your exams, because we'll continue producing productive videos like this one that can help you in your academic. So please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video. Also share this video with your friends so that you can also benefit from our revision. Question 8a was as follows. Solve the equation 1 minus 3x is greater or equal to 2 minus 8x over 3. So to solve this one, what we need to do is this. We are going to rewrite the expression, which is 1 minus 3x is greater or equal to 2 minus 8x over 3. Okay, so what we do now here is we are going to, the next step we're going to do is to get rid of the fraction, okay, which is this side. We have a fraction, so we get rid of that fraction. So what do? We multiply both sides by 3. So we have got 3 open bracket 1 minus 3x close bracket is greater or equal to, then we have 2 minus 8x over 3 times 3, like that. Then we evaluate that, we are going to come up with 3 by 1 will give us 3, 3 by negative 3x will give us negative 9x is greater or equal to, then this 3 and this 3 will cancel each other, leaving us with 2 minus 8x. Okay, now once we do this, the next thing we need to do is we put like terms together. So that means we're going to have 3 then 2 close the equal sign and become minus 2 is greater or equal to, then negative 8, then negative 8x, then negative 9x will close the equal sign and become positive 9x. Then what do? We're going to say equal to 3 minus 2 will give us 1. Okay, 3 minus 2 will give us 1. Then which is greater or equal to, then negative 8x plus 9. So 9 is bigger, so that means our answer will be a positive. So we say 9 minus 8 will give us 1, which will be 1x. So that is the value. 1 is greater or equal to x. 1 is greater or equal to x. Okay, so basically that's how you solve this question. If you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friend. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's how you solve that question. So make sure follow us for more videos like this one. Question 8b was calculate the number of sides of a polygon whose sum of interior angle is 2700 degrees. Okay, so to calculate the number of sides, or to find the number of sides of this polygon, we're going to use the formula which is sum of interior angles. So those are the symbols. A is for sum of interior, I for interior, and A for angles is equal to, then we say open bracket, n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Okay, so this is the one we use to find the sum of interior angles. Now the sum of interior angles is given, so where the sum of interior angles, are going to write 2700 is equal to 700 degrees. 2700 degrees is equal to, then we multiply what is inside the brackets by 180. So n times 180 degrees will give us 180 degrees n, then minus 180 degrees times 2 will give us 360 degrees. Now what we do, we put like terms together. So that means we're going to have 2700 degrees, then this will close the equal sign and become plus, it becomes plus, then 360 degrees plus 360 degrees. So this one closes the equal sign, it becomes plus, then which is equal to 180 degrees n. Okay, 180 degrees n. This is degrees, not 6. Okay, now once we do that, the next step we do is, now we evaluate what is on the left side. So 2700 plus 360 degrees, which will give us, it's going to give us 3060 degrees, which will be equal to 180 degrees n. Then we divide both sides by 180 degrees, because we want to remain with n on one side of the equal sign. Okay, so once we do this, what we can do now is we can cancel this and this on top, 180 down and that, which should leave us with n. Okay, now to find the value of this, what we're going to do is we're going to come up with the flame for long division. So which we have 3060 degrees divided by 180 degrees. Then we try to come up with the quotient. So we say, can 180 degrees go into 3? No. Can 180 degrees go into 30? No. Can 180 degrees go into 306? Yes. How many times? 1. We multiply 1 by 180 will give us 180. Okay, then that will be minus, then we say 6 minus 0 will give us 6. 0 minus 8, it can't, we borrow 1 from 3, we remain with 2 here, so it becomes 10. 10 minus 8 will give us 2. Then 2 minus 1 will give us 1. Okay, can 108 go into 126? No. So what we do, we drop this 0 down and it comes here. Okay, can 108 go into 1260? Okay, so if we talk about 5 times 100 going into 5 times, it will give us 900. Okay, it will give us 900. Okay, so 180 will go 5 times into 900. Then when we subtract that, we are going to remain with 360. Okay, we subtract 900 from that, will give us 360. So into 360 it will go 2 times. So the answer there will be 7. So 7 times that will give us 1260 degrees. Then when we find the difference, we will find that 0 minus 0 is 0. 6 minus 6 will give us 0. 2 minus 2 will give us 0. 1 minus 1 will give us 0. Hence, we have completed. So that means the number of sides are equal to 17. So we can say the polygon has 17 sides. Okay, so that is the answer. So that's how you go about that one. Okay, if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. If there are no questions, you can just subscribe to our YouTube channel and invite your friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also share this video with them. Okay, so that's how you go about it. Now I tried to do this long division because we don't go with calculators during the exam, so that's how you can also divide in the exam. Question 8C was as follows. On the x or y plane, 1, plot the points P 2, 2, Q negative 2, 3, R negative 2, negative 2, and S 2, negative 4. Okay, so that is the first question. Before we go to the second question, let's do with the first question, which is we plot those points. Okay, so 2, 2, that point is going to be here. This is the point P. So, and we can name this one as P. Okay, then we come to negative 2, 3. Negative 2, 3 is this point. Negative 2, 3 is this point. You should always remember that the first number that is given is for x-axis. So this is Q. Then we have got also R, which is negative 2, negative 2, which is this point. Okay, and this point is also called R. That is R. That is the point called R. That is R. Yeah. Then we come to 2, negative 4. So 2, negative 4 is here. 2, negative 4 is there. Okay, so those points, and we can call this one as S. This is S. Okay, like that we have come up with the points that are there. Okay, so if we are told to connect these lines, here they have just told us to plot these points. So what we can do now is we can also connect these lines like this. Sorry, like up to here. Okay, so we can connect these points like this. Okay, and here like this, and here from here up to here like this, then like this. Okay, so you can come up with that shape. That is the shape that we are told to come up with. Okay, now once we have done that, we can go ahead and go to question 2. So for question 1 we are done. So question 2, draw the graph of y is equal to negative 2x. Y is equal to negative 2x. So for us to come up with this, we are going to rewrite this expression, which is y is equal to negative 2x. Okay, so what will happen is, to find the value of y, we're going to be inserting the reading on x-axis. Okay, like that. So we can use even these ones, because whichever we can use. we can use these ones which are given. Okay, so what will be y when x is equal to positive 2? Okay, so we evaluate that, we have y which is equal to negative 4. So we can come up with the coordinates which are when x is equal to 2, y will be negative 4, like that. And then we use the other the other number again, which is negative 2. We say y, when y is equal to negative 2x, then we say that y is equal to negative 2, open bracket, negative 2, like that. Then what will be the value of y? So we say y is equal to negative 2 times negative 2 will give us positive 4. Okay, therefore we can come up with the coordinates which are when x is equal to negative 2, y will be equal to 4. Okay, now we have come up with those coordinates, 2 of them. Now I haven't gone further to this point and this point because I haven't used those 2 points because they are the same. This is positive and this is negative. This is negative, this is positive. So they are just the same numbers and they'll give us the same points. Okay, which will be like plotting 2 points at the same area. So we don't want to waste time with that. So we can now plot those. So we start with 2, negative 4. So 2, negative 4 is this point. Okay, let me use a different color. So I say 2, negative 4 is this point. Then, sorry, what did I do there? Not that way. 2, negative 4, the point 2, negative 4 is this point. 2, that is for x-axis, negative. We start with this one, which is 2, negative 4. So this point 2, negative 4 is here. This is the point 2, negative 4 on the same point of s where there is s, that is 2, negative 4. Then we come to the second point, which is negative 2, 4. So negative 2, 4, it is here. Okay, so that is the point. So what we do now is we connect these 2 points to come up with a graph. So to connect the 2 points to come up with a graph, we're going to come up with something like this. Okay, now that way we have drawn the graph, which is y is equal to negative 2x. That is the graph. Y is equal to negative 2x. So the other point I can say is you can use any number. Here I picked these numbers which were already given, but here you could have even used 1, 0, all those who could have given you the same graph. Okay, it could have given you the same graph. Let's take, for instance, if we used 1, then we say 1, then we say y is equal to negative 2x. Then we say y is equal to, then we say negative 2 times 1 when x is equal to negative 2, 1. So we write that, we say y is equal to negative 2. So we can come up with the coordinates which are when x is equal to 1, then the other coordinate will be negative 2. Okay, will be negative 2. So if we check these coordinates, where are they? Negative 1, negative 2. So 1, negative 2. So 1, negative 2 is here. You see, they are falling in the same graph. So you can use any number. You can use 0. They will still fall in the same graph. Okay, so if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section, but that's how you go about this one. It's good news to all grade 9 students. Boost your maths and science skills with our online revision program. Our online revision programs contains interactive lessons, practice questions, quizzes, and personalized support, all for just 50 kwacha only. Sign up now and do well in your exams. Contact us on 0955 10 27 13. You can call us or WhatsApp using the same number.